Central City On Demand.
Welcome to Central City On Demand. We're recording today from my RV, and today's episode is about friction.
Between people, right, buddy? Not like on heavy machinery or something, that kind of friction. Friction between people is really common, like between you and I.
And all it took was a court order to get us to work together.
Thanks, Judge.
Yeah, we've had our share of disagreements.
Everybody has. You know, it's human. Like when you stole my truck.
Borrowed, R.J. I intend to give it back.
You said that 8 months ago.
I need to haul groceries.
The judge is listening, buddy.
Yeah, but is he? I wonder. I mean, the camera light is on, but we don't know if he's actually watching us.
Friction between people causes stress.
There are ways to relieve stress, R.J. The latest craze here in town is extreme sports.
Or parkour. That's a funny word. Parkour. You've been doing parkour.
That's why I can't sit down.
No, well, you're leaning. That's almost as good.
It's like those new cheap seats on airplanes. I'll be fine.
Extreme activities are all the rage. We've got extreme lawn mowing.
Extreme leaf blowing.
Extreme medicine ball.
Extreme stability ball.
Extreme housekeeping.
And there's extreme dog walking.
Extreme ping pong. I mean, why don't you demonstrate for our listeners one of your exercises, buddy?
Well, I don't know them well enough, R.J.
Well, you know, come on. You were bragging at the hole the other night that you completed your first extreme squat.
Well, I'm sober now.
I know you can do it.
Well, okay, maybe I could. I could try. I need 2 milk crates, a safety harness, a resistant band, moisturizer, and some foam.
Okay, I heard that squats strengthen your core.
I didn't know I had a core until I started squatting. Let me get this set up.
I'm reading about this on my phone right now. It says extreme squatting is good for your digestion, your posture. It helps break down enzymes. Buddy, where are you?
Help! I'm behind the microwave. I'm wedged in here. I ran the phone out the van.
But why are you back there?
Well, I'm investigating for evidence of Russian collusion, R.J. Why do you think I fell when I was attempting an extreme squat? I strained my back, and it's your fault.
Your fault.
No, it was your fault,
Your
R.J.
fault. For your next smog check, come on down to Gas and Pass. We specialize in hard-to-pass vehicles, unregistered vehicles, partial vehicles. You gas it and we'll pass it.
My car had over 200,000 miles on it, and it even exploded on the freeway. I took it to Gas and Pass, and it got a 95% score.
Sure, yeah, we charge a little more, but isn't it worth it to get back behind the wheel? We don't care what you got locked in your trunk or how many warrants you got. That's none of our business. If you can gas it, we'll pass it. People are always saying, how do they do it? Well, we're in a different location every week. We know all the loopholes, and we don't keep records. Now that's going paperless. So come on down to Gas and Pass. We also offer firearms and Canadian prescription drugs. Our guests today are authors. They wrote a book. I think that's amazing, you know, because it's hard enough to read a book, but to write one, it's just something. They're a couple. They're married. Frederick and Ann Wilson, listeners. They wrote a book called Getting Along.
It was my idea to write the book.
Oh, it was my idea.
No, actually, my love, it was my idea.
No, sweetheart, you took notes from my research.
That was based on my idea.
Your idea was Chapter 4, Fair Fighting.
You insisted on putting that chapter in.
Because you insisted on writing the foreword about harmony, if you remember.
Wait! Come back! Authors are fascinating, don't you think, listeners? They're still in the parking lot. I'll stick the microphone out the window, and we can hear what literary things they talk about when they're alone together.
I'm going to key your car.
Don't you dare touch Ethel.
Don't you touch my car.
Oh,
My Ferrari.
I paid for that Ferrari.
With the proceeds from my book.
My book.
Getting Along by Frederick and Ann Wilson is available online and in bookstores now. I'm sorry, buddy. Really, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I thought you wanted to do an extreme squat. Talk to me, buddy. Stop staring at me like that. Judge Roberts is watching.
I'm fine. This show is about friction. The whole reason we're here is due to friction.
Buddy and I were arrested for accidentally blowing up Central City's City Hall, listeners. That's why the town filed a restraining order against us. Is that the kind of friction you mean?
No, RJ. I mean the friction between Great Britain and the European Union. Of course, City Hall.
No one was hurt.
Oh, a lot of paperwork got destroyed.
Yeah, including that incriminating paperwork you said you were glad to get rid of.
I never said that.
And you also said you wanted to explore City Hall at night.
Well, so we would miss the crowds. I loathe crowds.
You wanted to use torches instead of flashlights.
And that tapestry went up like that.
It was of your ancestor, Lord Philip Fontaine.
You know, my grandmother made it with her own hands. It was not my fault it was next to the records department.
God, and then there was all that screaming.
And that screaming was me.
My pants caught on fire.
I had to pull them down to save you. Come to the dump. You'll love the view. Yes, that's right. The Central City dump has changed with the times. With so many people repurposing their possessions, we had to think outside the dump. Join us for our wine tasting Saturdays with a selection of hand-picked wines found only at the dump. Using our own unusual and rare grape varietals, our Chenin Blanc du Gabage scored 95 points. If it's music you're looking for, every season the music festival at the dump is the place to be. Past headliners include Black Flag, Peter, Paul and Mary, Styx, and Marie Osmond. Next month, Leif Garrett and Boy George make their triumphant returns, so bring the whole family and see what's jumping at the dump. When the wind is blowing the right way, you're in the right place.
We got so many emails since our first letterbox segment. Most of them were complaints.
Well, we are doing this podcast to pay back the community as part of our public service.
Well, this one is from...
Alice, your sister.
Alice, that's nice of her to write me. What does she say?
She says, your 30 days notice was up a week ago. I'm leaving your things on the lawn.
What?
Well, I'll bring your truck around and we'll load it up. You can stay with me for a while in my RV, RJ.
I don't want to stay with you again, buddy. Your guest bed is so uncomfortable. I don't even mind the cardboard so much. It's being outside and everything.
Well, here's one from Judge Roberts.
Let me see. He sent a screen grab of a security camera shot of you within the city limits last night. You're not supposed to do that.
I just had to pick up some things at the store.
Oh, it's a grainy black and white. I see you with a big screen TV leaving out the back of the grab and go.
Oh, look, I'm running.
Well, you must be very excited to have that new TV.
I was so excited. That TV looks very good in my RV.
You're not supposed to break the rules of our restraining order, buddy. I went into town too, I'll admit it. But that was for medical reasons.
Yeah, you did have a doctor's note.
I did. I had a friend of mine write the note. It said I wasn't responsible for my actions. Here's another one. It's a question. Dear Buddy, do you miss England?
No. And here's another one, RJ. Do you have those tools I lent you from the Central City Auto Yard? Well, let's move on. Here's an email. It doesn't say anything. It's just a link.
Don't click a link. Don't.
What? Why not?
Oh, buddy, look.
Caution.
Oh, you clicked
The
it.
virus has
Screen
been
after
detected.
screen of Christian porn. Oh, my
Caution.
laptop has an
virus
infection
has
now.
been
Why did you
detected.
do that?
Oh my God. What is he doing with that
A virus
Bible?
has been
Ugh,
detected.
I can't make these things go away.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm
virus has
going to
been
borrow
detected.
your laptop for a while.
You're not borrowing anything
Caution.
from me anymore,
A
buddy.
virus has been
I'll take it to the computer store for you.
That's the end of
Caution.
Letterbox,
A virus has
obviously,
been
listeners.
Well, thank you, listeners, for tuning in to Central
A
City On
virus has been
Demand.
detected.
I'm Buddy Fontaine.
And I'm R.J. Stott.
Central City on Demand.
You've been listening to episode 5 of Central City on Demand. The episode was entitled Friction. It was written by Mike Player with Mark Barnett and conceived by Mike Player. It was produced by What's That Productions. Mark Barnett was Buddy Fontaine and Mike Player was R.J. Stott. Deborah Stolberg was Ann Wilson. Original music provided by Jay Bodley and vocals by Jackie Bowe. Visit our website, centralcityondemand.com, for video and other extras. There you'll find links to all our social media where we urge you to subscribe and to follow us. There's also a link to our Patreon page where you can support the podcast. Please donate anything you can to keep us going. $1, an umbrella, stem cells. We appreciate your support. What's your verdict? Should Buddy and RJ get off of probation and be let back into town? Contact us at our website with your vote and with any questions or comments. I'm Deborah Stolberg. Be sure and tune in for episode 6 entitled Easy Money.